Danny, a teenage girl of about 16 years, was sound asleep when her dad woke her up in the middle of the night, telling her to firmly hold his hands, so huge that its breath could be related to a tornado. Her dad hid her in a tree trunk, telling her to never come out. Danny, who was scared by now, pleaded with him to stay back as she has no hopes of seeing him again, but all her efforts to keep him behind proved futile, which was followed by his dad being having patches of burn tossed right in front of her. The young lady fled from their hideout in an attempt to take a decent cover, but stumbled upon a rock and rolled down the valley lying unconscious. She tried her best to calm down Danny, letting her know that she was the sole survivor of the tornado and that all her family members have been vanquished. Moments later, Dr. Reyes was having a conversation with Danny when she told her that she was a mutant who needed to learn how to control her hidden powers. Having a therapy with Dr. Reyes, but unlike everyone else, Sam, who can fly at jet speed, collapsed an entire gold mine on his father and co-workers, killing them instantly. Eliana, who has interdimensional sorcery powers and can teleport at any time, was enslaved and abused when she was a child, thus making her kill 18 men, but accidentally burnt his girlfriend to death after failing to control his solar powers. And Ronnie Sinclair, whose lycanthropy allows her to turn into a wolf, escaped her Catholic village after being devoted as a witch by her priest, thus killing him. And Danny, who doesn't know her mutant powers, wiped out her whole family by manifesting a giant-like beast into reality. Whiles out, Danny decides to run away from the facility, not knowing that it had been blocked by a protective force field. Angry at Eliana for not informing her, she decides to attack but lands on her face as the latter teleports into another location of the facility, but was stopped just in time by Ron Sinclair. When Roberto left to attend to some things, few seconds later Sam heard banging sounds coming from one of the washing machines. When Danny walked in and was suddenly attacked by Eliana with some mean words, the two were sent to the solitary, where Danny began having manifestations of the tornado she survived from. Dr. Reyes came just in time to take Danny away, picked up blood samples from her to determine what was actually wrong with her. At the same time, Ron had gone to the Catholic Church and into the confession box ready to confess her sins to the priest, her imaginary priest. Went to the field and praying, saying repeatedly, demons can't come to church. And at this point we get to know Eliana killed 18 men one by one, thinking she's the strongest and most powerful mutant because of what she had done in her past. Dr. Reyes was monitoring them all this while in a control room. He marched towards and decided to join her, have a bath together. The two were having fun when Roberto started burning. He pushed back Eliana and told her that he needed some time to cool off. Eliana came over to calm him down, but to his surprise, she was nowhere to be found. He thought it was a joke pulled by Eliana and he decided to play along. Whilst in the pool he felt a hand touching him, thinking it might be Eliana, but to his surprise, he was so lost in his thoughts and very scared by now. Back to the bathhouse, Ron suddenly hears footsteps of a man and is shocked to see a figure of the priest she had killed before escaping her village, holding a glowing hot rod and approaching Ron with it. This explains why Ron brushed off the topic when Danny raised it up. Soon Eliana, together with Dr. Reyes, concluded that all these strange happenings is as a result of Danny. Eliana attacks her but is soon thrown back with fear after Danny's face turned into one of the humanoid creatures known as the Smiley Faces. She was injected to calm down. But however, she caged all the five in separate dooms, making Danny smaller and reducing the volume by each second with the aim of terminating her. Danny, now realizing her power, manifested her biggest fear, the bear, and made it eat Dr. Reyes. Now the five were free, but it was left with the other four to fight the giant creature. At last, she was approached by her dad, who advised her to face her fears because she's now of age and only her had the sole power to stop her fears and save her friends from dying in the hands of the creature. She woke up just in time to stop the bear from devouring Ron, whom she had an affection with. It took her some few minutes to convince the bear to go away, making it waste away like smoke. Now the five decided to stay together in the facility, not knowing that the doom had been broken the moment Dr. Reyes was killed by the beast. They all packed their things and proceeded to live a new life in a new town and also learn more about how to control their powers in the future. They took one final look at the facility now destroyed and were glad to leave all the mysteries they encountered while staying there behind. This is Maven Recaps. I've got a little challenge that only you can help me with. To enjoy more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications settings to get updated. Thank you.
Shut the fuck up.
That's...
Is there air? You don't know! And by the way, Mama, alligators are ornery because they're medulla oblongata.
Nerd. Oh, bloody hell.
Oh well, let's move on now.